Along this video, my message is, if you want success, burn the boats. That means when you start, there's no turning back. Sounds interesting? Please join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. In this message, this message is for you and for me too. And it says, burn the boats. Once you start, there's no turning back. If you're new, my name is Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. And on this channel, I share what I not continue to learn. I call this one a motivational message. But normally I'll talk about books about business, earning money, saving money, managing money. And I also talk about personal development, taking a step, make our life better. That's my message over here. So please consider subscribing to this message if that sounds good. Consider subscribing to the channel and also clicking on the bell so that you are notified when I have new videos. For those of you who already said yes to my message, appreciate you very much. Thank you. Please like the messages, share, leave comments. You know what we do over here. Thank you so much. Now, in this one, I'm saying to you and to me, because it's new to me too, burn the boats. And if you know that saying, I don't know, some people call it burn the ships or no turning back. They say swim, sink or swim, leave no choice, no plan B, be all in. That's the message today. But let me first share my schedule. I'm here 12:30 p.m. USA Eastern Time every day. Monday through Thursday, I share the messages of those books, business and managing money and all that stuff. And then on Friday, I come live. Saturday, I come again with those messages. But in the mix there, sometimes I go around America and show you some places. And then on Sunday, I do motivation like this one. So that's my schedule. Please turn on the notifications so you get to know when I'm here. YouTube will notify you. Now, do you agree with this statement? You know, I like to put some notes sometimes right here. Do you agree with these? It says, we tend to choose comfort and safety over discomfort and growth. I'm reading it again. We tend to choose comfort and safety over discomfort and growth. Does that apply to you? Do you agree with that statement? Another one is, we don't like things that make us uncomfortable. Is that true for you? You don't like things that make you uncomfortable? Yet, if you want success, some discomfort is going to come. That's the message I have today. And I don't know if you heard of the story of burn the boats. It's in the history. But I don't want to get into that story itself. After this message, you can go search for it. It's called burn boats, burn ship. What happened in the history. But I want to relate it to you. Let's assume there is something really special, a treasure that's located. To get there, to get to it, you have to cross water. You have to be on a boat or a ship, or you cannot get there. You have to cross. You have to be on a boat. Let's say I use the boat example. But people have tried to get there, they failed. They tried before to go get it, they failed. Now maybe you have two friends, you're all strong and ambitious. You say, you know what? Let's go do it. Let's go get it. Because once you get to it, your life will not be the same. All your dreams will come true if you can get it. But it's going to take a lot of hard work, a lot of focus and all that. So you have two friends, they say yes, but some of them, maybe one or two, don't believe the same way you do. You believe very strongly that this can be done. You can do it. So you get your board. Let's assume it's just one board, and you set to go. You go. Now, once you arrive there, remember, once you get to this thing, if you can fight whatever you need to do and do it, your life will never be the same. It's such a great thing. Whatever is important for you. If it's money, then it's money. So, but once you get there, these two friends, they're not as committed. They're not as committed. So according to this story, the other one was a different kind of story. You can go read about it. But in this one, so you know what? You say, you know what? Let's burn this boat. Because without the boat, you can't come back. It's only the boat that will bring you back here. But if you burn it, you'll never be able to come back if you don't get that. In other words, there's no plan B. That's why I said some people call it no plan B. There's no plan B. Either you get this or you're not coming back alive because you can't. Let's not think about the option of swimming. You cannot come back. It's only the boat that can bring you back. So you decide, you say, what? Let's burn it. So you burn it and get to work. So according to that old story, they go to what they wanted to get to. That's why the message today here is, when we have those dreams, those big goals, let's burn the boat. The reason at the beginning I said I'm included in this, always I realized that when I decided to talk about this, I realized that always I have some plan B somewhere. So when you have plan B somewhere, you cannot focus 100%. Let me give you an example. Because I'm not up there yet, but let me quote people who are there, who have achieved some success. One of them is, I think you're familiar maybe with Will Smith. Will Smith, the actor, the movie star. This is what he said. Now I'm quoting. He says, there is no reason to have a plan B because it distracts from plan A. He says this strongly. I quoted this from him saying it. So according to him, when he's focused on something big, he doesn't think of plan B, what if it's failed, whatever. He goes, like how they say, all in. Now, another person I wanted to quote is Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're familiar with that name? And he says he hates plan B. He hates having plan B because he says when you have plan B, you are leaving. He says don't leave a safety net, because when you have plan B, you are leaving. Okay, this one fails, I go to this one. If this one fails, I go to that one. No, don't leave some kind of safety net for you. Don't leave a fallback plan. He says, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger, thinking about plan B takes away from plan A. I think maybe Will Smith got it from I don't know who started it, but they both believe this. And according to, if you know, I like to read about people's histories and stories. If you go and read about or listen something about Arnold telling his story, wow, he came from far away. So I believe him when he says he never had plan B, because he says he used this method in his bodybuilding. Remember, he was a champion. To come to America, because he tells about a story how he read something, he saw something about America and said, what? America is like that? And he set a goal to come to America. And he did. So he set another one to become a successful actor in show business. You saw him, maybe you saw his movie. And then to become a governor of California. That's what I watched with my own eyes. I watched how he ran to become the governor of California in USA. And I remember all the negative stories about him and how he fought them. So I'm not saying Arnold Schwarzenegger is the best, in all areas, but I'm saying as far as setting a goal and achieving it, he has achieved. And remember, he married a Kennedy too. I wonder how he did that. So that's one of his big things. Because not everyone marries a Kennedy, and especially if you are not even born here, born in USA. So when he says maybe having plan B is a bad idea, maybe he's right. So I decided to record this video because I want to start to adapt this. I know I've been talking about focus on the big goal and all that, but I always had that room there. Whether it was 10%, 20%, it was always there, the plan B. What if this one fails? I can do that. Now, I want to find some people who are going to be with me, because I'm about to set a big one again. I may not even say it here. I may say it a little bit later. But when I'm setting it, I'm not going to declare it here. But I may declare it a little bit later. But it starts with this video. What big one are you setting? Oh, do you have a big one? You don't have to tell us. Please put in a comment. Are you willing to try this one out. I use the word try, but actually the word would be commit. Are you willing to commit to doing something and focusing on it 100%? 100%. There's no room left. Because, let me give you an example. If the way this could apply in someone's life, let's assume you're a young man, you've finished school, you are living with your parents, and you are determined to go out there to create your own life. You say, you know what? I'm not going to live with my parents anymore. They didn't say go. You choose. You say, I'm going out and I'm not coming back. Because, like during this recession in America, most children came back to their parents' homes. But you can say, me, I'm not coming back. So if you say you are not coming back, you don't have plan B of coming back to your parents. So when you are dealing with the world out there, whatever job you get, whatever opportunity you get, you see it very, very differently than a person who is thinking, if I fail, there's an extra, my room is still in the home. In fact, burning the boat, this just came to me. Make sure you tell your parents not to keep a space for you in the house. What was your room? Take everything out. You say, you know what? It's not mine anymore. Because if you know your room is still in the house, you can say that could be like the plan B. Maybe I could go. No. Leave no room for that. Another example would be a person who wants to leave their job and start a business. Like maybe you've been doing this side hustle in the evening and it's showing, because with business ownership, always look at the profit. Make sure it's profitable. Because you could have a challenge of cash flow, you don't have the cash, but make sure what those numbers are coming together. So if the numbers are coming together, now this, according to this burning the boat, when you are ready to leave the job, leave it. Maybe you can make sure you saved up some money for the bills, like maybe 6 months, and then you are ready to go all in. Don't keep the second job, because if you keep the job, you cannot grow this company. It will still be a side hustle forever. You just get it a little bit there, but if you really want to grow it into a real company, whether you can join me when I read the books, the cash flow quadrant and all that, because then you're going to learn. If you join me in those series that I read, the ideas, how to grow your business, how to invest, all that stuff. If you're going to commit to do that kind of stuff, create that kind of life, you have to commit 100%. There's no way you can do it when you have another job. So that would be you say, I'm done with this one. I'm going to focus on being a business owner. I'm going to focus on being an investor. And that's it. You're going to struggle through it, but you are committed 100%. Another example, I wanted to mention the people who have done this. When someone, I'm USA and I've been here almost 25 years. People who come to USA, they rarely tell their stories. But it's never easy. I don't think anyone found it easy. Even if you came and someone brought in their home, whatever, you still have to start out and go out and create your own life. But there are people, I'm going to give an example of like a refugee, or someone who asks for asylum. Like you are leaving your country, you come to USA. The reason I'm choosing asylum is because when you come here, you're allowed to be is that the word? You're asylum seeker. You are allowed to work. I'm not an asylum. I wasn't an asylum seeker, so I don't know. But I'm assuming they're allowed to work because they have to start. Maybe they support them. The government support them for a while, and then they work. I don't want to talk about someone who comes here maybe illegal. No, you came. You are allowed to work, but you have a few challenges. Number one, maybe you don't know the English language, because in America, if you're going to survive, you have to know the English language. I'm not talking about street English. I'm talking about real English, where you can go get a job. So what happens, you're going to find yourself enrolling in 2 classes, English as a second language. Maybe after that, you're going to go into maybe a community college. I just did a video recently about community colleges. You take yourself through school and go the ladder. You climb the ladder slowly. Then you master the English language. Maybe you go get a 4-year degree or try and have a course or something. Start creating your life. And 10 years later, you find this kind of person. They speak English. You can't even know. They never knew a single word when they came here. Maybe they knew a few words of greeting. They have a home. They have a family. What we call the American dream, middle class. People have done it. But do you know why they do it? Because once they land, they don't think about going back. They have to figure out what they need to do to be successful here. I think that's why you find that immigrant stories, they have so many successful stories, more than the people who are born here. Because the person comes, they burn the boat and say, I'm gone. They arrive with their little suitcase, whatever they have, and that's it. They have to create a new life. That's why you hear so many success stories. I wish someone could go and talk to immigrants and they tell their stories. Because some of them, they don't. They go through a lot. So that's the kind of burning boats that we're talking about. Be all in. I'm saying starting today, I'm recording this on June 5th, 2021, and I'm saying I'm all in on my big goal, which I'll share soon in my videos. All in, because no plan B, I think, will get me to where I want to go. So another example maybe I could give, if you're on social media, like you are online and doing social media, you'll see people who are like coaches. The reason they are coaches, like you can decide to say, okay, there's a lot of social media platforms. We have this YouTube, there is Instagram, there is Facebook, but you can say, you know what? I'm going all in on mastering Instagram. So you master Instagram, you know everything about Instagram, you're monitoring everything that's coming out, then you become a coach. But if you are trying to master all of them, you think you can become a coach, you can't coach anyone because you know a little bit of here and a little bit of there. That's the kind of thing we're talking about. Go all in, focus on one thing until you're successful. So what is it for you? What do you want? What kind of boss do you want? Today I didn't even mention relationships because this example goes into relationships. You can be in a relationship where, no, you say, you are all in or you are all out. All in or all out. You can't be like this, like here. No. Be all in, and when all in doesn't work for you, then be all out. Because if you do half, it won't work. Okay. That's my video today. What do you get from this message? What did you get from this message? Because for me, I'm also learning to do it. I'm going to commit to doing it 100%. No plan B. I always have plan B. Sometimes people who know me, I always say, let's have plan B. Let's have plan C. No more plan B's and C's, but I'm going to train myself to do that. Maybe I have to read some more about this, how people do it. Because in the back of your mind, you could say, like the person who left home, when they don't have money for rent, they could say, oh, but I could go back to my mother. In fact, you don't even tell them that you're struggling because they're going to invite you. Your mother saying, oh, come home. No, don't tell them. Just focus on, going forward. Don't tell your stories to people, oh, I'm homeless over here. There are people who have stayed in cars for a long time, successful people, because they were homeless. But they didn't say, let me go live there or live there. They're focusing on their goal. One of them is Tyler Perry. You know Tyler Perry, the millionaire? He lived in his car for a while. So that's my message. Please leave a comment for me. Are you going to go all in? It's not easy. All in is not easy. When I talk here, I normally say commit, focus. Now it's different. All in. Don't leave anything behind. No. You're not coming back. Face this way, no turning back, okay? Leave a comment for me. I'd like to hear what you say about this. Does it work or it's a bad plan? Because you're either you swim or die, or you're all in. No plan B. Like I always end them, I say, take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of your families. Take very good care of your health. Leave a comment for me. Is there something you want to be all in on? Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.